Qualified.
Oh, we're live?
I just put it on. I'm just trying to get the stream. All right.
We good to roll?
Yeah.
All right, we're back. U.S. Open week. What a rough finish to the week last week. We got Matt back with us. We'll discuss the Canadian Open here quick, but how was the first week on at LIV Virginia?
It was good. Good week. Really busy. I mean, those tournament weeks, I'm working probably 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the work is fun, which is cool. Like, obviously,
you got to fucking work, dude. You got the fucking bag.
Guys. Well, I get to the media center at like 8 a.m. and you're there to like, depending on how the round goes, but the earliest like 7 and then the latest like 9, like that day when there was a huge delay. So, and it's all 7 days of the week. So you're definitely grinding. And I put out a bunch of stuff. So pressers are fun. Chasing down guys after the round for trying to get comments and quotes and then send them back to the transcript people to get them up and stuff.
Yeah. So our picks on LIV. Let's see. DJ finished 10th. What happened there?
DJ. Let's see what the stats look like. He started off all right. He actually gained off the tee. He was just all right. T10, I think, probably a step in the right direction. He was definitely grinding all week and probably paid off a little bit. Like you said, I'm sure he just wanted to make sure he played all right for Oakmont as the defending champion there. Yeah. But nothing really notable with him, I don't think. T10, pretty good.
He arrived in Oakmont like 2 hours after the LIV round finished.
Yeah, a bunch of the guys were out of there. I mean, I was trying to get a quote from Campbell because he like broke the scoring record for single round birdies in a row. He made 7 birdies in a row, and he like I went and tried to chase him down in the locker room. Like, oh, he just left his flight was at like 5 o'clock. I think on Sunday they all just like get the hell out of there.
Yeah. Who else do we have before we get to Peters? Brooks just sucks.
Let's see what his stats looks like.
Yeah, Brooks sucked. Who else?
Oh, just lost a bunch around the green. Yeah, he just doesn't have it. Not
awful around the green, huh?
Yeah. Gooch played pretty well.
Oh yeah, Gooch played well. He didn't start great.
I saw him. He was working on.
The issue is, Matt. Fucking. Sorry to interrupt you, but I feel like all our guys alive. If this was LIV was fucking 4 rounds.
That and also the rain delay really hurt.
Yeah,
because it was like all the studs, especially if the rain delay both days, just came out and like went nuts. Gooch I think he's working on something specifically because he was out there with his coach a bunch, and he was like stopping, talking about it, doing it again. He was doing that all day, every day before the round. And like he was like really trying to work on something with his swing, like he's going through a swing change or something.
Yeah, 4th straight, good finish by Gooch. I'm definitely gonna bet him next LIV event. I'm pretty positive about that.
Yeah, and then Peters. I mean, it's funny.
Yeah, Peters was our best shot. We took Peters late.
Peters, people make fun of me because I said he looked good on the range and makes me like him, but obviously it came to fruition because he played great. He's finished T4 in his last 2 LIV events, so he's getting there. He looks kind of like the Peters of old when we might thought he would be that when he signed with LIV or when even before that.
Yeah. Yeah, Peters, I thought he had a chance there for a second, and then Waco kind of just closed the door on him. So
well, if he didn't, it would have been like a 6-way tie playoff.
Yeah.
But he's just too good.
But Waco's just incredible. Who's better, Niemann or 2000 Tiger Woods?
It's close, man. No, Niemann, I mean, he knows he has to prove in the majors and all that, but Like
He
I
started
don't want
off
to.
double bogey first
Yeah,
two holes.
I watched his first tee shot hit in the bunker, and he had to like it was like near the lip, so he couldn't get it that far out. But he's great. I mean, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I don't think you can fake what he's doing. And like, how can you be that good? And just he beats Bryson and Rahm and these really good players. And all of a sudden, and then he goes to the majors. And I don't think mentally he's that bad at the majors. I just think it's 4 weeks a year, and he hasn't had his best week on those weeks.
Yeah, we'll get to more Niemann later in the show here, but
LIV wise, I mean, I think it needs to be said. I mean, I wrote this today. Let me see what exactly it was. The numbers. I mean, staggering what he's done on LIV. And like, say what you want. People don't think it. Whatever. He still has to win the tournament, and he's won 6 of the last 21 LIV tournaments. So 30% of them he's won, and 4 of the last 8.
It's pretty wild, man. Pretty wild.
I mean, say what you want. You don't like the depth, whatever. You're still going to beat Rahm and Bryson.
There'll be a lot of good players to win that many times. I mean, it's pretty impressive. I'm impressed by Niemann.
Yeah, and people say he can't. There was no pressure. There's definitely pressure, man. He's 26 and he's trying to make. He's made $56 million since he joined LIV.
That's pretty fucked.
I mean, you don't think he wants $4 million?
I don't know if he needs it anymore. Guy's fucking loaded.
So, man, he's gonna have $100 million soon.
Yeah. All right. What else about LIV? Yeah, Phil hit a fucking unbelievable fucking shot.
Yeah, Pat. I mean, and that was at the time where the leaderboard was really packed. It was, I think, Niemann was still at 14. That got Phil to 12. That shot was insane. I mean, it was almost backwards.
Yeah, that was wild. Phil doing Phil stuff. Always fun to watch. But I guess at the end of the day, LIV, we had a sweat with Peters, but for this show, I mean, the Canadian Open, Burns going nuclear on Sunday, 62. Made an 8-footer on 18 in regulation. I thought after he made it, he won the event. Really did. And then also having Cam Young hit 2 perfect shots on 18, and for some reason his 3-wood apparently went 20 yards too far. He should have been in the playoff. And then Ryan Fox drills a fucking 17-footer to get into the playoff. And then the supposedly best putter on the PGA Tour misses a fucking 5-footer to win in the first playoff event. The first playoff hole. Best putter on tour, my ass, man. Fucking the best putter on tour fucking makes that putt. Burns is just fucking putting when there's no pressure. As soon as there's pressure, Burns ain't making shit. So, and then Ryan Fox hit a great shot on the 4th playoff hole after they changed the hole location. And for Burns to fucking blast it 10 to 12 feet by the hole, pretty fucking embarrassing. You got to at least put some pressure on Fox to make that putt.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can even talk about this event, but that was a kick in the balls. We had that fucking tournament won.
Yeah, when I back to the hotel room, I was in the playoff. I turned it on just to see what was going on, and yeah, I cannot believe that happened.
Dude, what the fuck, man?
That was insane.
Like that was a really bad beat. Was I surprised by any of it? No, I really wasn't. Just because Burns is such a fucking loser.
Yeah.
I don't know. What a fucking shit playoff, too. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, I'm getting very frustrated betting golf at the moment. All these close calls.
I hear you, man. It's not for the faint of heart.
And it's I don't know. That was a rough one.
Yeah.
What did you think about them changing the whole location?
That was interesting. I never seen that before. Have you?
Never. Nope. But they did announce it before the playoff even started.
I don't think they should do that. I think why don't they just play a different hole?
And I agree with this guy here. Par 5 should not be a playoff. I agree with that completely.
No, they shouldn't.
Neither should par 3s. It should be a par 4.
Yeah. Where I stay in Virginia.
To make matters worse is we knew Fox. We wanted to bet Fox. At least I wanted to bet Fox going into the event. And we backed off of it because he'd won 3 starts ago at Myrtle.
Right.
So we should have had fucking 3 guys in the playoff. Instead, we only had 1. And, of course, the guy that we didn't bet fucking wins.
Yep. For sure.
So, I don't know. Very, 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 very frustrating event. Cam Young was a great bet. He probably should have won the event, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Taylor Pendrith went exactly how I envisioned Taylor Pendrith to go. Got extremely steamed, and you just knew he wasn't going to win. And then the other story of the week was Rory missing the cut, shooting like 79 on Friday. And he even said it himself, the driver's a major concern. I don't know. Do you have anything on Rory at the moment?
I mean, yeah, I think we weren't really surprised that he hasn't been playing well because everyone says he's going to reel off 8-10 majors. Well, I mean, that's obviously was never going to happen. I think when you win something that big and like he said, he kind of, it's hard to be motivated, but it's also like that huge exhale. And I think he's a stay away for a while.
Yeah. I don't think he wins again until they get back onto the European tour in those end of the year events like the Wentworth types. So
right.
Overall Canadian Open, I felt like we were right there. Had the right guys. And it's just a devastating week. I'm just deflated after that. Like it would have been really, really good to have hit a fucking winner going into probably the best event of the year this year, in my opinion. And we get into the U.S. Open, and it's just, I'm down. I'm really down.
Yeah, I hear you. What we need here? We need a LIV player to win the U.S. Open.
So yeah, obviously Matt can't talk much PGA, but that was a rough one. But time to move on. Put the big boy pants on. We'll get into the U.S. Open. Obviously Oakmont Country Club. What do you got on the course for me?
Not too much. I mean, it's a 7,400 par 70.
Yeah,
which is long. Firm and fast. Green's going to be running wild. I don't know I'm sure most of you guys saw the Bryson video, but I thought the Bryson video was awesome. Gave a good glimpse of the course and how you need to play it. The difference is that the green's going to be running much faster than they were when Bryson played it. You know, I think he was 10 or 11 on the stimp, and this week it's going to be 14 or 15. Best U.S. Open course in the world, I believe. So, you know, it's going to be. What was the total? I'm not a great at deciphering this. Let me see real quick. I saw in DraftKings the total was 278.5.
So what's that?
70, 140, 210, 280. 280's even.
So 2 under?
Yeah.
I think that's right on par. What I think, because they got some rain yesterday and this spring. I feel like it's a lot softer. I know it's going to firm up the rest of the week, but we'll maybe see some rain Saturday. But because of the rain, I feel like there's not going to be a lot of runouts on the fairways. The greens will be fast as shit. But yeah, the average score in between 2007 and 2016 was 4 over par, almost 5 over par.
Yeah, I think rain ruins tournaments.
Yeah, man, big time.
They got a sub air system, I think.
They get a sub air on the greens.
Yeah.
So, a ton of bunkers, roughs. I mean, 168 bunkers. I think I saw. You got the church pews on numbers 3 and 4, and they're like big bunkers. Like they're penalizing bunkers. So you got to avoid those. But if you're avoiding the bunkers, you're in the rough, which is 5.5, 6 inches thick.
Yeah.
And it's basically chop out. So
you got
narrow fairways. I feel like this is going to be a total driving. Total driving is big. You got to hit the fairway, and it's obviously an advantage to the further you are down. I mean, distance is an advantage. I don't see how distance wouldn't be an advantage here. I know we've seen some shorter hitters like Furyk, who has a T2 the last 2 times they've played here. But I don't know how distance wouldn't be an advantage here.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be an advantage. It's a long golf course, but we saw 2016. A lot of those plotters were in the mix. I think like like players that hit fairways, I think are going to be able to compete and can get up and down around the greens. Because if you're hitting fairways but you're 200 out, you're going to miss some greens too. So I think that's why shorter hitters can compete here, because those guys usually good around the green, hit fairways, and I think you're in okay position. I don't think it's going to be like a bomber's paradise or anything.
No, not like that. You got to be a good driver, and you have to be able to putt.
Yeah,
especially on POA. You got to be a good POA putter, because these are obviously the toughest greens that I think they'll play. Yeah, I mean, accuracy over distance, but distance is definitely going to help.
Yeah.
But yeah, putting is a huge factor this week. And bogey avoidance is big. Double bogey avoidance.
Lag putting will be big.
You keep those doubles off the card, you're fine. A bogey is fine.
Limiting the damage.
Yep.
Take your medicine when you have to take your medicine.
You want some U.S. Open trends?
Yeah.
All right. 9 of the last 10 winners had previously recorded a top 25 finish in the U.S. Open. So you got to have some success there. 9 of the last 10 winners had previously recorded a top 10 finish in a major. We got that with Waco, baby.
That's what I said at the time. I was like, it's going to make them fit these trends. That's the big thing.
8 of the winners since 2015 picked up a top 25 finish in their 3 starts leading up to the event. So you need to be something. I don't know what does that do to Colin?
Top what finish?
Just a top 25.
Okay.
I don't know what that does to Morikawa. You like Morikawa this week?
I think golf course wise, he makes sense. I don't know if he's in the form though.
Oh, he's 20th at Memorial. Man, he's been shit, huh?
I think he could be a sneaky look though, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Only 3 of the previous 10 winners had already won an event that calendar year.
Wow. Only 3?
Only 3 of the last 10. So it's not like Augusta where
you want guys who've won.
You guys, yeah, exactly.
You want the guys who are playing great who haven't won yet.
John Rahm.
Yeah. Patrick Cantlay.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know if he's playing great or not.
Tommy Fleetwood. 9 of the last 10 winners had a PGA Tour victory to their name, just in general. So, like, nobody's getting their first win here. However, looking back at Angel and Ernie Els, they picked up their first victories.
That was their first ever win?
Okay, I'll get into this. Ernie Els, his first win, he'd won on the European Tour in January. He won in Dubai. But the 1994 U.S. Open was his first win. pretty wild, huh?
It is really wild.
And then Cabrera, he had won on Cabrera, where are you? Cabrera had won 3 times on the European Tour. Once at Wentworth a couple years prior. And then his first PGA win was this. Cabrera only has 3 PGA wins. He won the U.S. Open in 2007, the Masters in 2009. And you know where his other win was?
I was going to guess Greenbrier.
Greenbrier.
That was right?
2014 Greenbrier Classic.
Wow.
So
Waco and Bryson both won.
Waco and Bryson. Pretty wild.
That is wild.
I thought Cabrera had a couple more wins on the PGA, but
that's Niemann's first win was there.
Yep.
We're on that one. We're on his Riviera win.
Right. So, I mean, looking back at the 2016 one, DJ led in greens and reg, driving distance, and bogeys avoidance that week. Obviously, rain affected that event big time because DJ didn't even play on Thursday.
Yeah.
So it rained Wednesday before the event and Thursday, softened it up, made it easier, but the winning score was still -4. He had good form coming in. He was 3rd and 5th coming in the 2 prior events, and he was 4th at the Masters earlier in the year.
He was the best player in the world.
He wasn't number 1 in the world at the time. It was still Jay Day. But yeah, he's coming off that heartbreak at from Chambers Bay the year before, where he 3-putted from like 10 feet when he had that for eagle. So looking at Oakmont, like the winners at Oakmont, they're all fucking big names of golf.
Yep.
You go back to it, like Tommy Armour, 1927. Hogan, 1953. Nicholas, 1962, and he beat Arnie. Johnny Miller, 1973. Nelson, 1983. Then Ernie Els. Cabrera, multiple-time major winner. And then DJ, multiple-time major. They're all multiple major winners.
Yeah, I like the fact that Angel won here.
Because he's Latino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Latino, and I get 2 good Latinos, I think, have a great chance.
So you're considering John a Latino?
He's a Latino. He's from Spain.
It's not European?
You can be Latino and European.
Is that how Spain works?
Can someone in the comments help? I'm pretty sure. Is he not a Latino? He's definitely Latino. He speaks Spanish. Latinos are people who speak Spanish.
I guess.
Someone said absolutely not.
I think Latinos are like Mexicans and guys from like South America.
Let me just double check. Latin America, of countries that include Central and South America, Mexico.
Yeah, not Europe, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
Just because you think fucking Sergio is Latino doesn't mean Rahm is, but I'll go with that.
But doesn't Sergio consider himself Latino?
I guess they speak the same language. That's the only similarities. They're just not.
Dude, Rahm's walk-up music is Despacito.
Yeah, I get that, but like, and I know he always talks about the Mexico events being big for him, but like, Spain is in Europe. It's not Latin America.
Okay, so this is a good one. Hispanic refers to people from Spanish-speaking countries, including Spain, but excluding Brazil. Latino. Okay, so they're Hispanic.
I don't think so, man.
I think so.
All right.
I thought it was all-encompassing of people who speak Spanish. I mean, maybe that. Okay, well, let's say this: people who speak Spanish have won here.
Oh yeah. And Cabrera's a big boy like Rahm.
What does this make Shakira? I think Shakira's a Latina, isn't she?
Yeah, where's she from? I would definitely say she's Latina.
I don't know.
I don't know where is Shakira from.
Anybody know? Snedeker is Latino. Yes.
Okay. What else on the course?
I mean, I think we know all there is to know. One thing I want to ask is, would you go over or under Columbia? Would you go over or under that winning score? My concern with this is like I almost love hitting an over there. But my concern is one guy goes 500 or 600 and everyone else is like even like at Winged Foot.
Yeah, that would be my guess. I feel like one guy, yeah, like DJ did, -4. Next closest was -1.
Yeah, so that's the reason I'd be leery of hitting that over.
Right. I don't see so the over under was set at -2.
Yeah.
Like I don't see more than 2 guys being -2.
No, but that's a loser.
Right. How many guys will finish under par?
I think 4 or 5, maybe less. I mean, wouldn't shock me if even was the winner though. All depends on that rain.
So there was 4 guys under par. DJ won.
Ben Griffin's happy with +4. He should be happy with +4. He's probably going to shoot +27 though.
But then you got Cabrera's year, 5 over 1.
5 over 1?
5 over. But Big Earn's year, -5 was a 3-way playoff. 6 guys were under par.
Well, that's a good question. Worst score prediction?
Like 1 round or
for the tournament, but guys who missed the cut, I mean, +20.
I mean, guys that made the cut in 2016, +24 was the worst. In +26 in +26.
84.5.
Holy hell. There was 18 guys who shot 20 over or worse.
Wow.
In 2007.
When you get the 17-year-old in the field, the junior in high school, he's going to shoot 100.
His 7th place was +10.
Wow. This is the best course, U.S. Open course, best any course. This is my favorite course ever. I've been waiting for this moment forever. I've been playing Oakmont and Rory McIlroy PGA Tour 2015.
Yeah.
And having the computers play each other and writing down the results.
Yeah.
You know who was in that? Marty Keimer. Got to give a shout out to him, too. He's the man. He's in that video game. So is Snedeker.
I didn't like his hat this weekend.
I loved it.
Did you? I don't like that hat.
I mean, I don't like it on myself.
All right.
But I like it on him. Why not?
All right. Here's a question. Do you think these guys are hyping up the rough a bit too much? I know Oakmont is different, but it seems every year they're saying this now.
Well, I think the answer is both. Both can be true. They definitely overhype the rough every year, and sometimes it doesn't even turn out that way. Even at LACC, they're like, "Oh, drop the ball," I mean, but
well, that shit's stupid.
But yeah, but the rough is gonna be bad.
They said normal rough at Oakmont's 2.5, 3 inches. So I mean, it is. But I mean, there'll be times when you hit a shit drive and you're just in rough where people have been walking. So it'll be easy to advance it.
Yeah.
Like you're going to see guys that just missed the fairway by like a foot be worse position than that.
I know. That's the thing about U.S. Open. Sometimes it's luck of the draw where you get that lie and if you miss the fairway.
Yeah.
Like I know some people were accusing Bryson of being really lucky at Pinehurst.
Oh, for sure.
Every time you hit a bad drive.
Luck's a huge part of this.
Luck's a huge part of it, especially at U.S. Opens, because just the unpredictability of where you're going to be.
So,
4 of the top 5 in 2016 are now on LIV.
Yeah, you got DJ, Sergio Grace, Nah,
I mean fairway guy.
4 of the top 7. Yep. Furyk, man, two second places here. He's a Pittsburgh guy.
I mean, I think he's the modern day Morikawa kind of, right? Besides, he's a better putter.
Yeah, agree. Lowry's not due for a win. He's a fucking loser.
I do like him here, though.
No, fuck that. He's a fucking loser.
But if the winner's going to be +2, I mean, I think that helps him.
I don't give a shit. He ain't winning.
No, he's not going to win.
Why didn't he win this past week? He's a fucking loser.
He was.
Yeah, exactly. He can't putt for shit. Guy had a fucking 4-shot lead going into, or 3 or 4-shot lead. He was up on DJ by, how many? 7? He was up by 7 shots. No, 3 shots. 4 shots going into the final round and lost by 3.
Yeah, he cannot seal the deal. People want to give him that Open, which is great, but I mean that was 7 years ago now.
Right. So, you want to get into odds here?
Yeah, a couple questions about the 290-yard par 3. Some guys have been saying they don't like it. Some guys they do. I like it.
Morikawa hit driver today.
Did he?
Yeah. You think we'll see that a lot?
I mean,
I wish there was some wind. Not much wind.
Snedekers of the world.
I don't know. Snedeker playing?
I don't know. No, I don't know how he would be.
Okay. Odds.
Okay.
There's one. All right. Scotty Scheffler is +275 to win the U.S. Open. Bryson DeChambeau is +750, 8-1. Those are the 2 guys below 10. Do you think those odds are correct? I guess is the question.
Well, depends what you mean by correct. I mean, I think anything above that, and even with this, they're going to get a bunch of casual Scotty money from the El Prezes of the world.
Right.
You make them 4-1, 5-1, doesn't matter. Prez is betting him whether he's 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. But in terms of chance to win, no, I think it's too short.
On Scotty, what about Bryson?
I mean, he definitely should be the second favorite. But was he 750?
How do you price the next guy? If one guy is +250, how do you price the next guy at 750?
I know.
Like, why don't we get a break here?
Yeah, he should be 10 or 12.
Exactly. I fear Bryson more than Scotty here.
I do too. I think Bryson, just the floor is so high, and so is Scotty, of course. But this Bryson it just feels like he can master this course.
I mean, just watching him watching his YouTube thing, I thought it was fucking easy for him.
A couple of things about Bryson that I think are underrated. One is the short game, obviously. Chipping and the putting. He's great at that. He led him to ground the green last week again.
He's a better putter than Scotty. Much better.
Yeah. Yes, he is. And the other thing I think that's underrated that people don't really talk about is he knows how to manage a course.
Oh, yeah.
He knows where you can miss, where you can't miss. He has a deep understanding of that. I think that's probably the difference of him and Niemann in these majors, right? I mean, Niemann has all the shots, has all the tools, but Bryson knows where you can't miss. And
Bryson has mastered U.S. Open golf.
He has. And that's why I think the floor is so high. Like, Bryson's going to be there. You're going to have to beat Bryson this week. Could I see Scotty having a bad week and like kind of screwing off a little bit? I could. Could you?
Yeah, like last year?
Yes. I can't see that happening to Bryson.
I don't know if Scotty finished 41st last year. I don't know if he's going to do that.
No, but I can see him like 17th and not in the mix.
Yeah.
Bryson, I can't really see that. I think he's going to be involved somehow.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have
I do worry about you got some these aren't flat fairways.
No.
Is that concerning from a Bryson standpoint?
In a way, but I think
we always talk about him not liking it at Augusta.
But he's figuring it out, and he played here in 2016. He said in the video he had the lead at some point.
He did, yeah, and he finished 15th, 5 over.
Pretty good. He says his new LA golf irons in the bag, and his approach game was better. That was a big story at Virginia this week, the iron thing.
Yeah, so talk about that. I mean, I know you wrote about that, right?
Yeah, I wrote about it. He's very like, there are a lot of guys who don't care if you go take a picture of their bag and stuff. He's not one of them.
Yeah,
like he's very cautious and nitpicky about that. So it was tough actually to get to working with his team to figure out when we were allowed to say it, whatever. So long story short, these irons, they've been designing for him for a while. And he put him into play for the first time in Virginia. And first day, he gained 2.3 on approach. I want to say day 2 and 3, he slightly lost. For the week, he only averaged plus 0.3 per round. So he gained like maybe a stroke on approach. So I don't think it's fair to say, Alex said, his game was much better. And he didn't seem too happy about it. I asked him about it after the tournament. No one asked about him all week. And finally, at the end of the tournament, during the Crushers press conference for the team win, I asked him, and I have the quote right here. He said, I'll say this about Bryson. Him and I haven't like talked to him obviously a lot, but I introduced myself to him, and then all the questions I've asked have been like really golf specific and things that I think not a lot of like.
He must love that.
And I think so. I think he's starting to respect me. Like when he walks in the room, he like gives me a head nod, and when my questions, he like thinks really hard. And I said to him too, like I was like, it looked like you had a tough time with the pace of the greens on the first day. Like you weren't factoring the speed in enough. He's like, yep, you're 100% right. I was. And like, didn't care that I said that. So his quote was, I asked him, I was like, so the new irons, I said, if you had better iron play, you probably win 2 majors this year already. And he says, yep. So I said, how? Yeah. So I said, he said, how the, like, he didn't say.
He just needed better wedge play at the PGA.
Yeah.
He puts himself like in such good shape. The way he drives the ball, he drives it fucking straight, man. He doesn't have those big misses.
Right. No, he doesn't. And he said they felt pretty good. I think there's more optimization at play, potential optimization at play, but it's a good start. I drove it really poorly for my own standards this week, so I'm going to have to work on that. He thinks his driver like went dead, like it's from overuse, like something wrong with it. So he has to go get a freshie.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I think could be either, but you know, with him,
he figures that out quick.
Yeah, he'll figure it out quick. But I think his driver gave way because at one point during the final round, he just missed like 3 or 4 tee shots in a row way right.
Yeah.
And even when he's been missing tee shots in majors, they've usually been left. So he thinks the driver went out on him. So yeah. But I think the irons were okay. I mean, I don't think we can expect. He had some really good ones, but he also had 2 or 3 times where he hit a shot and he's posing and it lands 6 yards over the green, and he looks around like this and what you know how he does that.
Yeah. All right, this guy's a question. Do you think playing Bryson makes any sense when I can take Xander, Ludwig, Niemann, Fleetwood, Hatton for almost the same bet? I feel like
we'll answer that question in a second.
In a second? He's still there?
I don't know how we're going to get into those guys.
Okay. I had a question for you here, though, regarding this question. Do you think...
Hold on. I'm thinking lagging or you're lagging.
You back? Fucking internet.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay, so do you think you have to play one of the top guys this week?
Okay, so the question's about DraftKings?
No. Betting wise, do you think you need to be on one of the top guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you define top guys? I think Xander and Ludwig are top guys, aren't they?
No, I mean the top guys, not the next tier.
Rory, Scotty, or Bryson? Or Rahm?
Yeah, one of those 4.
I don't think you have to be.
No, you can just avoid them and play the band of losers from 30 to 60.
Well, you can do whatever you want. I wouldn't do it.
Well, that's the question. Would you do it?
Me personally, I think a very small amount of players can win this tournament.
Like count on one hand?
Yes. I've never felt this way before. Like I felt in a way like we've named 8, 10 guys. Like I think there are 4 guys who can win.
Who are the 4?
Scotty, Bryson, Rahm, and Niemann.
So you give no shot to Xander?
No, I don't think Xander has a shot. Although I'll add a couple more.
Yeah.
Ludwig wouldn't shock me.
Okay.
Because I think he's in that category if he's right and playing well, and he's shown some things. The stats are getting pretty good.
Okay.
He has a skill set. And then the other guy who I really like, I don't know if you want to save it or I should say it.
Save it.
Okay.
Okay.
Straka cannot win.
How about before we get into the odds, how about the without Scotty market? Not necessarily for like the top guys, but like if you're betting like a 50 to 1 guy, would you play that?
Depends how many points you lose. I wouldn't do it from 50 to 35. If it's like sometimes it's an error and it's like 50 to 45, yeah, sure, whatever. But in the long run, I'm not really a fan of that market at all because so many things happen in those situations and they can get cut a million ways. It's not a market for me.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get into the next range. You got Rahm 12, Rory 12. Okay, before we get to Rahm, Rory has no shot. Is that what you're saying? No shot at all?
No shot.
Because driver and just winning the Masters, right?
Yeah, and he's messed up.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally.
Okay. All right, give me Rahm.
Rahm is going to be the U.S. Open winner. I feel very, very strongly about that. I have for now a month or so. I've always liked him better at Portrush, but I just think now's the time. A lot of things we've spoken about with the trends and stuff. I mean, great player who hasn't won yet, who's rounding into form. I think that taste that he got at the PGA is going to be really useful for him now. He's felt what it felt like again to be in the heart of contention and the back nine of a Sunday at a major. And I think that motivated him. I talked to you yesterday about this. Rahm has not been in a very good mood recently. So
last week
he wasn't in a good mood.
Grumpy John is what we want. Give me Grumpy John.
Yeah, Grumpy John. Am I worried about him being popular? No. I mean, we won the U.S. Open at Tour. He was really popular.
Extremely popular.
Great putter on POA. And I like him around this score. Like a lot of times we've seen him struggle to contend in these majors at times because he's not making a million birdies, but I just think he's driving the ball so well. I like him as a putter. Yeah, he's never in a good mood. He's not always in a good mood. Probably more often than not, he isn't. But he was particularly grumpy this week.
Yeah, a lot of people are comping Memorial too, which I agree with. Also, Olympia Fields, DJ won at that, or he beat DJ. Sorry, right? And
I was on it, 60-footer down the hill, baby.
In a playoff, that score was -4. I mean, Niemann was also in the mix there too. Hard course with rough. Yeah, we like Rahm on hard courses with rough, right? Plus the POA thing. I'm really big on the POA. Rahm is a fucking great power putter.
He is great power putter, and I don't know, man. He looks good. Like I got obviously a great look at him. People are saying he like gained weight and stuff. I thought he looked fantastic. He looked thinner than I've seen him in a while. He looks motivated. He's pissed off. I think he's ready to beat Scotty's ass this week, man.
How'd the driver look?
Good. He gained a bunch of strokes driving. He has multiple weeks in a row. And what I like about last week is he gained both in distance and accuracy. Just a great driver overall, man. He's incredible driving the ball. He's gained strokes off the tee in, I don't know, 30 straight events.
Yeah.
He's just reliable.
I bet Rahm last night 14-1. Love it. I'd bet it. And I've already bet it at 12 too prior to that.
Yeah, you got the Cabrera and Ernie body type. And I do think the DJ courses have been good for Rahm. It shouldn't be a surprise.
Got that written down.
Yeah, they both hit those power fades. When DJ won this in 2016, he was blasting power fades all over the place.
They've both won the Masters. They've both won Riv. They've both won Kapalua.
Yeah.
And obviously the Olympia Fields, where they were first and second. They both have had success at Chapultepec. Another one where Niemann won. So, yeah, all these guys are big guys that win here too.
Yeah, you got to be able
Jack to... Nicklaus, Johnny Miller, they're all bigger, right?
Yeah.
You got to be able to handle that rough.
Yeah, big, strong, big caboose.
Too short. Why can't we get a 20? What do you think of that?
Because he's too good for him to be 20. And he contended
plus 250, man.
I know. Scotty's a big guy. Luca, hey, I'm not disagreeing with you, man. Scotty obviously can win this thing. He's one of the few.
He's a big gay homo, is what he is.
He's 2-1. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. Whatever. He beats us, he beats us. So, all right. We're both on Rahm.
Yes. Straight up Rahm over Bryson. That's a good question. Straight up, would you take Rahm over Bryson? It's hard to defend a U.S. Open.
I actually think it's going to be Bryson or Rahm to win this event.
I do too. I love them both. Rahm because the better number. He was 18. Scotty and Burns are buddies. Yes. John, hey, and you know what? I told you guys if you're going to parlay something, do the Oilers that night. They won.
Boom. Wish I did it.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be Rahm and Bryson. I have a hard time picking one or the other, but Bryson's 750.
Do the Oilers play tonight?
Yeah. They're on the road though.
We should probably parlay the Panthers in Rahm.
Probably. Oh, Rahm versus Rory. If you give me that thing,
they're not giving it to you?
They might.
Gotta have that. I mean, they're both. It's got to be bright. Yeah, they're both 12-1. What if that Rory number drifts to 16?
Someone else can have it.
Okay. Oh no, they're not giving. They're just giving Rahm versus Scotty, Bryson versus Scotty, and Bryson versus Rahm. What do you think the Bryson Rahm number is?
I think Bryson's minus 130.
Minus 160.
Wow.
Rahm plus 130. So,
what is Rahm that popular?
I think everybody's kind of just going to war against Scotty with Bryson and Rahm.
Rahm versus Rory is up on MGM. What's the line on that? Rahm minus 120.
I wouldn't say Rahm's crazy popular. It's just people know there's not a lot of people can win this event.
Yeah.
It's not like Bryson at the PGA, I'll tell you that.
I think a Rahm win would be the best thing for LIV.
Yeah?
Don't you?
I think
or Niemann.
Niemann win would be the best thing for Liv.
Both would be good though.
Okay. Next range. So if you skip the top, you can just bet whoever you want. But you look at next guy, Xander, 22, Colin, 25. Those are the only guys in the 20s here on DraftKings. Any interest in either of those guys? I don't think Xander has a shot in hell. I think his driver is hit or miss. It's either good or it's terrible. And there's no consistency with it. I give Colin a much better shot to contend here, but I don't know. The guy hasn't won in like 1,000 days. Is he really going to win fucking U.S. Open at Oakmont?
No.
Like, when has he last won? 2023? Yeah. Zozo.
Comments are saying Rappaport is on Rahm.
Okay. A lot of people are on Rahm. I don't really give a shit.
Okay, good. I'm glad you don't.
I don't listen. I don't watch Dan Rappaport or give a shit what he says.
Same. Good. Rahm minus 135 Rory. Yeah, I love that.
Okay. What about Colin, Xander? Any interest you think Colin can contend?
Yeah, I'm sure he can.
Bet creeps to 30. Is that a good bet?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
If I wasn't going for the top, I think I'd probably go Colin, Ludwig, Niemann, Hatton.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd go Tommy, Cantlay. I don't know where. Niemann, obviously.
I agree with you, Peyton. I think it's overplayed because golf Twitters is just a very small kind of subsection of the world. I think most people are still going to bet Scotty and Bryson.
Yep. Actually, they said the biggest liability. I saw the biggest liability was Scotty, but they were also somebody that covers guy feared Fleetwood and Lowry, I think. Weird.
That is weird. Luke says, is Brooks injured? Rumor on Twitter dealing with his knee. I didn't see anything from him that made me think he was injured. He looked fine physically to me.
Yeah. Okay. So 30 range. You got Niemann 30, Ludwig 30, Fleetwood 35.
Why is Fleetwood 35?
I don't know. I saw 50s though.
Okay. I like Tommy a lot. He's going to be a pick for me.
What do you mean by a pick? Are you going to bet him?
I'm not betting it, but if I were to bet it, I would be he'd be one of the three.
Okay. You bet Niemann at what number?
40 a while ago.
40, right? Yeah, I bet a 40. The way I'm playing this is we're going to have to beat Scotty, Bryson, and I'm just playing Niemann for the high upside. Whether he can do it in a major or not, it is what it is. But I don't trust any of these other PGA guys in this range. Like I don't trust Colin. I don't trust Ludwig. I don't trust JT. I don't trust Shane. Obviously, do not trust Cantlay. Hard to trust Hovland right now. So,
yeah, I mean,
so
the Niemann case here is this. We don't know if he can go win a major right now. I mean, I think he can, but I understand people don't. But the question is, if he brings his A game, he's one of the few people who can beat Bryson or Scotty who have their B+ game.
Exactly.
Who can beat Scotty and Bryson if they have a B+ game?
With their B+ game?
No, they have their A game. Scotty and Bryson have their B+ game. I think Niemann is one of the few.
Yes, agree. 100%.
Rahm is one of the few. Like, I think if he's his B+ game, Scotty is his B+ game, I don't think Lowry's beating him.
No.
Or Cantlay.
Can Tommy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this golf course for Tommy. I love it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, can I bet Rahm, Niemann, Tommy? That would be my play, but I have a Hatton. I have a Hatton 50 already.
Ignore it.
Just pretend I didn't bet Hatton.
Rahm, Niemann, Tommy. Those are my picks.
Those are your picks? Okay. I love it. I love Tommy.
I think he's a magnet towards par.
He is.
And I think he's going to hit fairways. I like him with the 3 woods and the long irons. With the mallet, I think he's been better. Let's see what he's done since then. I know he's still going to miss his share, but I mean, usually when he misses those 5-footers, they're for birdie, you know? He's gained putting in 5 of his last 6 starts. Stats were great at the Memorial.
Approach stats, yeah.
Yeah, he switched putters. He's using the mallet now. He's using the spider. He's been good, yeah. Hatton could win Portrush for sure.
Okay, his best U.S. Open finishes. 2018, Shinnecock, second. What was the
winning score?
The winning score was +1.
There you go.
63 round 4. Tommy was +2. His second best was the year before in 2017. That was at Aaron Hills. That was a higher scoring one, -11, which is a Tommy Fleetwood score, -11.
Yep.
And then 2023 finished 5th.
He's a great U.S. Open player.
2023 finished 5th, -5. That was the week where, wow, he loves going low on a Sunday. Shot 63, but remember round 1, it was like Xander, Wyndham, and Ricky all shot like 63, and everybody panicked, like, what's going on with this U.S. Open? And then the winning score was -10, so it kind of leveled out. Tommy finished -5. He shot 73 that round 1.
Wow.
When everybody was going low. Only guy in the top 5 or top 7 to shoot in the 70s in round 1.
Wow. He just was this Phil's last U.S. Open? He said he's hinted that it was. Yeah, I don't think he's going to go play qualifiers. Do you?
Yeah, it probably is his last, unless he gets a special invite,
which he could. Tiger's gotten him from the U.S. GA, hasn't he? And then
but Tiger's a former winner. Phil never won.
True. Also, I mean, if he gets a LIV exemption, or if they expand that a little bit, and he has a great season on LIV, maybe.
Yeah, he's having a good year.
But he's not going to play qualifiers, I don't believe. Or he could finish in the top 15.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, but he could.
I don't either. Is Tiger playing Portrush? No.
So Rahm, Niemann, Tommy. I like Cantlay too.
Do you?
Yeah. I have no room to bet him, but I do like Cantlay.
Yeah. Sam Burns, no.
The only reason I like Cantlay is he's a big architectural guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like he thinks his way around this course. But at the end of the day, he's not going to make the putts. I don't know if Tommy's going to make the putts, but I'm hoping he does.
And I always said his first win's going to be a big one. I like Leash this week. Not to win, but I mean, he's playing good golf. He's been the best approach player on LIV by a mile.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to bet him last week.
Berger? No, Berger ain't winning.
How about these other guys? What about a guy like I mean, they're like begging you to bet Justin Thomas 40-1. He has 0 chance to win this event.
0.
Russell Henley type, Corey Connors type.
One of those guys is definitely going to be in the mix. One of those types of guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be like final pairing. It's going to be the final group's going to be like Scotty and Henley. And the second group's going to be like Rahm and Corey Connors or something.
Yeah.
There's always 3 or
Hideki
4 of them.
is 70.
Hideki's 70?
70. Him and Spieth, 70.
I just don't know if he's fit, you know? Bud Cauley, hell no.
Right. Man, a while back, probably like 8 to 10 months ago, you loved Hideki here.
I know, but he just...
And his odds were fucking 30 at the time.
Well, that's why I didn't love it. I said he should be 50.
Well, now he's 70.
Yeah, but he's not playing good. He stinks.
He hasn't shown anything?
No. Stats are horrible.
Bad at Memorial, too?
Yep.
Jesus, terrible. Holy hell. Okay. Okay, I'm going to name a couple other guys, then we'll get to these questions. Finau, 100.
I like Finau. Don't think he can win.
It's 100 to 1.
He's not going to win.
He's not going to win. Okay.
I think he could play well, though. I like what he's doing.
He's a popular bet. Harry English. I don't know why he's so popular, but whatever.
Absolutely not.
What did we make of Cam Young? 150. When Cam Young was good, he was competing in these majors.
Yeah, I'm going to win a U.S. Open.
He was competing in them.
Yeah, I know. But
couldn't he be like Winged Foot, where Bryson and Wolf? The same guy as Wolf?
He could do what Wolf did. Yeah, he can't do what Bryson did.
Okay, fair.
Speaking about Wolf, he was playing well before he had to withdraw.
Yeah, why did he withdraw? I meant to ask you that.
He's hurt back.
Okay. Bud Cauley 200 is kind of a good number. He's playing awesome.
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't bet it at 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. Young should be closer to 100. His top 20 will have value. I agree with that.
He's 150. I could bet a Young top 20.
Fleetwood miscut at Winged Foot. And I don't think this course is similar to Winged Foot. I think it's just the score we're talking about.
You don't? A lot of people think it's like Winged Foot without trees.
No, I just think there's so much more creativity involved.
Yeah, it's true. I've just heard the comparisons.
Because it's long and thick rough. I just think it's you gotta be a shot maker, you gotta be creative, you gotta be good around the greens, and you gotta drive it straight.
Yeah. Is Rosie showing up? No, he's not.
Go through all the questions there.
Okay. Rosie is not showing up. He won't show up again until Wentworth.
Yep. Agree.
Okay. We did Hideki. I don't know if you have any DraftKings. I'm not playing it, so
I like Ortiz on DraftKings. He's just playing too well. I mean, he's playing great. He's driving the ball great. I don't know what his price is. I haven't checked it out yet, but I can't imagine it's that much. He's gaining strokes off the tee every week. He hits it long and relatively straight. He's a good driver of the ball for sure. Approach has been great. He's just an underrated player.
Yep. I don't know.
About see any other ones?
Any other what? DraftKings plays? I haven't even looked at DraftKings. I'm sorry.
How about my guy Hosele?
Who?
Hosele.
Who the fuck is that?
Ballister. Ballester.
That's how you say his name?
Yeah.
How'd he do last week?
Pretty bad. Second to last.
Oh, man.
What's your tease, Carlos?
I did have so I was thinking about this. Not going to bet Bryson, but at some point, maybe find a live number on him.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing I'm scared about. How hard it would be if we have to root against Bryson at the end of this tournament.
Yeah. We did it at the Masters.
No, but I like the comp of Fitz was considered a loser before he got his big win at Brookline. So Tommy could do the same.
Yeah, but Fitz won on the PGA, didn't he? No?
Don't think so. Was the Heritage before that or after that?
Yeah, Heritage was definitely after.
He didn't win before that.
Wait, Heritage might have been before. Nope. Wow, that was his first one.
Yeah.
He'd won 7 times on the U.S. Before the U.S. Open on the European Tour.
Just like Tommy.
Tommy has 7 European wins?
I think so.
Fuck, I got to bet Tommy now. Fuck.
Good player, first win. It seems like it's a theme. Yeah, 7 DP World Tour wins.
I was reading some guy's article today. The comps he made was Wingfoot, Brookline, Memorial.
Rahm was in the mix at Brookline.
Oh yeah, followed him.
Echeverria, he's Latino.
And Rahm loves Memorial.
Top POA putters. I can get POA putters.
Why can't Xander win? You got POA putters. Xander can't win because he's too inconsistent with his driver and he's gonna make too many bogeys and doubles. He made so many double bogeys at the Memorial. It's only gonna be more at this place.
Yep. And he's not winning 3 out of 6 majors either.
Exactly. That's probably the bigger reason.
It just doesn't happen. POA putting. All right. Just tough. There's not many live guys, like the way they don't put them in the stats. I like Junichiro Kazuma a little bit. He's been playing really, really good since he's been back from injury. He's 5,800. He's gained strokes and approach a lot. Good ball striker. Okay.
Top Asian. Before you get POA putters, give me a top Asian. I'll say Siwoo.
I'll say Genie.
There you go.
What is he?
In the Asian market?
Yeah.
Give me a second. I don't even know if they have it out yet.
While you're looking, I'm going to do POA putters here.
Okay.
Strokes gained total or putting? Putting. Okay, putting one. Number 1 is McNeely. 2 is John Rahm.
Knew it. Is Luca coming on today or what?
I can try. I know he's going to pick, but Denny is 3rd. 4th is Carlos Ortiz. He's Latino. Reed is 6th. Cam Smith, Wyndham Clark, Akshay, Seabez, Burns. I see who's at the bottom. Anyone notable at the bottom? Vegas, Connors, Benny, Rasmus, Lowry.
Kazuma's 14-1 top Asian. There's only 9 Asians.
I don't like that. And I like that.
Hideki 3-1, Siwoo 330, Benny 7.
Give me Genie.
Okay. Value on Aberg. Matt already talked about it. He wouldn't be surprised if Aberg was there. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could see it too. I just I don't know if he's felt dead this year. So, but never going to discount his talent.
All right, we'll get Luca on here.
Yeah, we'll have first round leaders. I'll put out some first round leaders this week.
Kevin Yu. I don't think Kevin Yu's Asian.
He's not in this.
Oh, he's not playing. Any heavy, unpredictable around the greens? All right,
Yeah,
we need
some unpredictability around the greens.
We need your picks for the U.S. Open, okay?
Okay.
There's a big tournament.
Well,
Say hi, everybody, first.
hi, everybody.
What's up, Luca? You miss Dad?
Mm-hmm. Did you see him on the airplane trip? If he was into a baseball.
I was not at baseball.
He was at baseball.
Yeah. Come sit with me. All right, Luca. So Blake's gonna ask you some questions about the U.S. Open. All right.
Okay.
Who's your pick to win, Luca?
I'm gonna pick 3 picks. Well, I'm the first one. The best one we're gonna root for is gonna be Hidaki because he's very good. Remember?
I remember. He's great. I love Hidaki.
And I'm gonna pick Tom.
Tommy.
Tommy?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Why do you like Tommy? Because he has great hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And I crocodile muddy.
Who's your third pick?
I don't know what the players are.
Bryson.
Oh yeah, I want Bryson too.
You
What about
want
Rambo?
Bryson? What about
Oh,
John?
I want Rambo. I can't choose, so I'll pick all 4.
What about Cantler?
Cantler.
He stinks.
No, yeah, he stinks. I'm not gonna pick him. He stinks so bad.
What about Scotty?
Hold on, Scotty. He's like the best player, but I'm not gonna cheer for him.
Yeah, we don't cheer for him.
No Snedeker, huh?
Right, Nico?
If we win this, then Scotty's gonna be the worst player.
That's right. If we win this, what's Daddy buying you?
A toy.
Yeah.
All right. So what are your picks officially?
I forget. Hidaki. I forget.
Bryson and Rahm.
Yeah.
Tommy.
And Tommy.
Yep.
Tommy
Luca,
Fleetwood.
I want you to come on here next week and be like, Tommy, we knew it. Okay?
Yep.
All right.
Nico, it's your turn.
Nico, all right. What are your picks?
Bryson.
Bryson.
Wow, nice job. You're probably gonna be right.
Who else do you like?
Wombi.
Rambo.
Wombo.
Rambo. Love it.
Okay. You have anything else to say? What's your favorite show? What's your favorite show? I'm not telling you the answer.
No, not Spidey. What about Mini Force?
Say it. What's your favorite show?
Disney.
Disney what? I don't know the kids' shows anymore.
Well, then no. Why? Because I have Team Spidey. Well, I have Black Cat.
Black Cat on Team Spidey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Black Cat. Dude, guess what toy we have?
Who's better, Mama or Dada?
Mama.
Oh.
Now tell it to me.
Luca, who's better, Mama or Dada?
Hey.
All right, go see your mama.
All right. Niemann ticks the box when it comes to the fact that 5 of the last bye, Nico. 5 of the last 6 US Open winners finished in the top 8 at the previous PGA. So we're looking at Scotty, Bryson, Riley, Harris, English, Pendrith, Rahm, Niemann. There's a bunch of guys here finished top 8. How do you feel about that? Care about that or no?
No, not really. I mean, I like Niemann checks all the boxes. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
people worried about his ball flight, I think. I asked him about that too. He said he's trying to get it higher.
We worried about ball flight on this course?
I don't think we
worried
should be
about
as much.
shot creation, right?
Do fast greens help or hurt good putters?
I feel like it levels the playing field, right?
Yeah, I think for the most part. Ludwig's really good on putting on fast greens.
He is. I know.
Rahm is too, I think.
Okay. What else we got?
Rahm over Rory at 133. Love it.
This question about Tommy. Are we concerned about his putting? I feel like he's been really good lately, short putts ever since the switch to the mallet.
I mean, everyone's going to miss a couple of them, but I'm not too concerned. He's put well in fast greens before.
Yeah, ideally, Tommy's going to hit a billion fairways, hit everything to 40 feet, and finish +2. Even.
I'm gonna change green speeds to fast too, and see if anything comes up on that. Fast Poa, McNeely, Rahm, Ortiz again. Phil's up there. Reed is up there. DJ is up there. Michael Kim is up there. Cantlay, Scott.
These are all Cali guys.
Yeah.
Where's Tommy?
Tommy is.
More importantly, where's Niemann?
Tommy's good, 32. Niemann is, I want to say, not good. Yeah, 94th.
Yeah.
Do you want to take out Poa and just do fast?
Yeah.
Okay, fast greens. Putting.
But Niemann has won on some Poa greens. I mean, he just won on in Mexico.
And he won on Riv.
Yeah.
Fast greens in general. McCarthy, Gracerman, Cam, all the good putters. So I think that might interest. Tommy Fleetwood, 8th on fast greens.
Ah.
Bryson, 12th. Reed, 9th.
I was going into this just Rahm and Niemann. Now I guess I'm betting Tommy.
Yeah, you gotta. Okay, playoff alert. Should there be a tie after 72 holes, a 2-hole aggregate playoff will take place.
Yeah, they changed that a couple years ago, right?
Yeah. Should do a full day again.
Yeah, that was sweet. Top Canadian market. I would bet Pendrith +260. I feel like he's driving it really well. He'll be in the fairway a lot.
Yeah. Sure. I don't know.
That's a pretty good number. +260 is only a 4-man market.
Yeah, it's not bad. I can't get a read on the Canadians, man.
Nick Taylor sucks in majors. I think his best major finish is like 30th. Mac Hughes. I don't know how's Mac Hughes going to do here.
Now, wasn't he in one of the final groups at LACC?
Yeah, that was at Torrey Pines, I guess. I don't know. And Corey Connors is +150. English market's no good. South America, Niemann's -140.
He's been -180 lately. Who's that? Who's in there?
Grillo +400, Vegas +450, and Nico +500.
Wow, I like that for Niemann a lot.
-140. So,
LIV should go to Canada.
yeah, why don't they?
I don't know. I'm sure they might.
Okay, what else?
Nothing. Unless there's any questions.
Okay. U.S. Open week. I mean, hope a LIV player wins. If not, hope it's Tommy. When's the next LIV event?
June 27th, Dallas, Maridoe.
Okay, so not next week. Next week we'll be back for the Travelers, or I'll be back for the Travelers, and then you gonna come on for Dallas?
Yeah.
We're at Bryson. That's Bryson's home course.
Yeah, and Zalatoris.
Okay.
I don't think it's Bryson's home. I don't think it's the course he plays on the most, but he's from the area, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. LIV Montreal. That would be wild.
I don't know if he plays at Royal Oaks course that Scotty plays.
Yeah. I think he does.
Next stop, Dallas. Yep. Fading in matchups, I would fade Rory. I would fade Hideki.
What about Spieth? Any shot?
No. 7K range. Finau. Henley. Hatton. Lowry. I like those 4.
Any thoughts on Akshay? First round leader him?
He's been good in the first rounds and fallen off. No, I don't think so. He's not for me. He's cheap though, 6,700.
I might bet Akshay first round leader.
On Saturday at Memorial, he shot 8 over.
I know, but that's what he's been doing.
Yeah. No, I don't hate it.
What about Vic? 60 overall.
No.
We're just waiting for Portrush, right?
I guess. I mean, if you can even do that, I don't know what his deal is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Father's Day Sunday.
Yeah, always the case. Always the case.
Is it?
Yep. Every Father's Day, there's a U.S. Open's always on.
We had a great Father's Day last year.
We did. We had the top 2. All right. I think that's it.
All right.
All right. Let's go Niemann. Rahm. Boom.